tune called Here's That Rainy Day.
And then I hit that. Yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Okay.
So a couple of poems by Jan Zwicky. Epistemology. If you do know that here is one hand, we'll grant you all the rest. A quote from Ludwig Wittgenstein. Because there were no hands, they were completely absent. I don't mean this as a joke. Nothing prepared me for it. It was like a dream. That's why. Because I've tried hard to forget, and without warning, I could tell that I was 7 stories in the air. The fragrance of the earth when I lay down on it. Because I'd pulled the fuses from my heart and every corridor was suddenly ablaze. Because things like that don't happen on the bus. I mean that when I stepped out on that plane, I'd been alone for years. It was the breath of spring and it was snowing. Because it was a river in my heart. Because it moved like winter underneath my skin. A tree came into leaf behind my eyes. It woke me up. The silence sparkled. Imagine singing without sound, because it was like that. And when I think of it at lunch, Liz, Shelley talking about movies, Jerry, hockey, Bruce about the mayonnaise, I start to cry. Because my body was a flock of horned larks and my bones were bells. It didn't care. That's how I knew. Because it was the opening of an eye. And yes, because it was against all reason. And this one's called Bill Evans. Here's That Rainy Day. On a bad day, you come in from the weather and lean your back against the door. This time of year, it's dark by 5. Your armchair empty in its pool of light. That arpeggio lifts like warmth from the 5th of B minor, offers its hand, let me tell you a story. But in the same breath, semitones falling to the tonic. You must believe and not believe. That door you came in, you must go out again. In the forest, the woodcutter's son sets the stone down from his sack and speaks to it. And from nothing, a spring wells, falling as it rises, spilling out across the dark green moss. There is sadness in the world, it says, past telling. Learn stillness if you would run clear. Thank